George Wagner. Fuck it. Make them laugh, goddamn. Cool. Wake up. Give us some love. Play out. It's cool.
Well, it's a low bar now. How's everyone doing?
Hey!
Nice crowd. Now, I think over here we have the bridal party. She's just having a grand old time. I saw a gentleman had a Detroit shirt. You from Michigan? You digging Detroit? Were you from Michigan? No? No. I was hoping you were, because I used to be in Toledo, Ohio. And you run into somebody from Michigan, you always ask where you're from, right? And from Michigan, you always get this. Michigan shaped like the hand. So that's why you never ask somebody from Florida where they're from. No. I've been doing comedy about 6 years now, and comedy's filled with bald jokes, racial insensitivity, family dysfunction, whether I drank too much or smoked weed or took this drug. But here's the thing. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, full head of hair and I'm white, so what the fuck do I have to complain about? Now when I say I'm white, if the lights went up, they put me by the door so you could find your way out. If I walked up to you and I did the fist bump with the explosion, at that moment, it would not be cool. I was, however, a successful rapper. Because out of all the table at the mall around Christmas time. Okay, this side's a little slower than this side. I did, however, get to see a rap video being made. A friend of mine was a promoter. We arrived around 2 a.m. at this empty warehouse. I got out of the car and I was dressed like this. The artist walks up to my promoter friend and says, "Hey, who's the narc?" How bad of a narc would I have to be to come dressed like this? But one of the first things they tell you when you start doing comedy is learn to read the room. That's so old school. Nobody reads anymore. Do they have an audiobook for this? Maybe an app? I don't know. I am a divorced father of 2 daughters. And the thing is, when I was younger, I had a fantasy of being surrounded by women. This is not it. My oldest, when she was little, was at the dinner table, eating and talking at the same time. Right? So one of those parental life lesson moments. So I said, "Honey, don't talk with food in your mouth." Without missing a beat, she reaches and takes the food out of her mouth and continues to talk. I learned a lot that day. Specifics. I get my humor from my dad. When I was a kid, we're walking through this empty parking lot. My dad stops, picks up a piece of broken plastic and sticks it in his pocket. And I'm like, confused. What's going on, Dad? He goes, "Well, later I'll be at John's house." I'm like, that really doesn't clarify anything. But when John's not looking, I'll toss it behind the refrigerator. Why would you do that? He says, "Well, at some point John is going to clean behind the refrigerator. He will find this piece of broken plastic and spend the next hour trying to figure out where it broke off of." My dad was enjoying the hell out of that joke, even though he would never see it come to fruition. So that's. Now my dad was a Navy man, and he did like 100 push-ups every morning, 100 sets every morning, bench press. I don't know how much weight. But if you wanted to really get on somebody's ass, you stick my mother, red-haired Irish woman from Jersey. Yeah, she kept him in line. I did get divorced a few years back, so I tried the dating apps for a while. If you haven't done the dating apps, they can be a little confusing. So I went to this one profile and I see a picture with 5 women. I have no idea which one she is. I look at other pictures, the same 5 women in all the pictures. So the first thing I did is I went through all my pictures, I cropped out all my friends who were cuter than me. Okay, I didn't have any friends cuter than me. Okay, I don't have any friends. Gee. But the big thing for the women was that duck lips picture. No. This is the South. My first question, do they have teeth? It's a valid question. And then, of course, you have the picture of the guy holding something he's killed. So I got this beautiful picture of me holding my houseplant. His dad, I did that. But I didn't get to go on a date. We went to dinner, and then after dinner we decided to catch a movie. So being the gentleman, I let her pick the seats. We got the little touch screen, so she goes, that one, and that one. I said, I thought the date was going well. She says, I'm sorry, you're just too childish. I said, whoa, I read your profile. It said you love children. But she did have that issue with the food. It had to be separated, right? Couldn't touch it. I asked her something. I said, what about like stir fry? It's all mixed together. She said, it's fine as long as it comes out that way. So I just had to remember to put the whipped cream on before I go into the bedroom. She had a little dog as a mixed breed dog. Didn't like it too much. It was a cock blocker. But it did like whipped cream. I knew I liked that dog. Then the girl actually did a much better job. I am in a relationship, and my girlfriend told me that she wanted a fairy tale relationship. But I wasn't quite sure what that meant. Until I came home and found 7 short guys in the bedroom. Made much more sense. She hates it when I use the N-word. I have to say yes to everything. Gotcha. She also told me the other day she wanted to escape the ordinary. I haven't seen her in 2 weeks. I do a lot of driving, and on the way here, actually, the car in front of me, the light of the license plate was flickering. So I'm thinking to myself, faulty bulb? Or is there somebody in the trunk trying to send me a Morse code message? I wish I knew Morse code. Not as much as he wishes I knew Morse code. But this car wanted to get in. So I let him in, right? And what do you want when you do something nice? The wave. Some acknowledgement, right? I did not get the wave. I pulled up next to him. I look over. Still no wave. So I put him into the wall. I put him into the wall hard. Because you don't teach them, they'll never learn. And he was learning. He was waving. It was the single finger wave, but it's a start. And just so you know, the gentleman did get out of the trunk safely. Any hunters? Remember probably any hunters in the group? No? Because I dropped my first deer. 1 hit. Now I need a new car. I've had issues with animals. I had a suicidal possum. I'm driving along, I see this possum running to the road. So I change lanes. He changes lanes. I change back, he changes back. By this time I have to decide. Do I hit the possum or do I hit the ditch? So I hit the possum, right? $1,000 worth of damage to my bumper. Can you sue a possum? I mean, not this possum, he's dead. But his wife and his kids. I want them on the street. Maybe not on the street. That's how this whole thing got started. Then the other day, 2 deer jump out and I slam on my brakes, barely missing that first deer. He gave me side eye. Had to swerve to miss this cute little dog in the road. Finally occurred to me, I'm on the wrong side of the Frogger game. So, you hear a lot about white privilege. I'm not going to downplay white privilege, but I really benefit more from height privilege. Best stuff's at the top. Top of the refrigerator, that's my space. Two tall guys come in the room, what do? They high five so you can't touch. Okay, yeah, I'm a height supremacist, excuse me. I once fucked up that joke and said the wrong word. Boy, that was I was in the grocery store. Have anybody been in the cookie aisle recently? 1/3 of the cookie aisle, it's just Oreos. Yeah, you got your traditional Oreos, but now you've got the black cookie, black cream, the white cookie, white cream. So the BLM and the white nationalists to take care of. You got lemon cream and mint cream, the rainbow of cream. So of course LGBT is taken care of. But I think they're missing some markets. The meth heads, white cookie, no cream. Yeah. Big booty girls, cookie with a lot of cream in the back. The Karen. White cookie, way too much cream. And of course, for the season, the politician cookie. Old, dry, white cookie. No substance. Turn on both sides. But they have thins. Who in the right mind wants a lower cream to cookie ratio? And now they have double stuff. When I was a kid, if you wanted double stuff, you took the cookie, you twist it off, you choke down the dry ass part, you bounce the other one on your knee, get another cookie, twist it up. It was a fucking DIY project. Now you got prefab double stuffed cookies. Damn lazy Gen Z. And we're still going to do the DIY stuff, so we're just going to end up with a quadruple stuffed cookie. I mean, we are the diabetes generation, aren't we? I'm getting older. I'm at the age now of, I'm like a prepubescent girl. I'm just waiting for the tits. Any day. ARP is sending me shit in the mail. Not your normal junk mail. We're talking full color. Cialis-like ads. Yeah, thanks so much. And of course you've got the retirement home, feeble too. Hearing aid company, can't hear, can't get it up. More recently, the crematorium. I am not old enough that I need to wear Depends. I'm just lazy. But it is nice. Technology has come so far. You've got Alexa and Siri. So I'm no longer the only one with a disembodied voice telling me things to do. What's that? Yeah, I think that joke should have got a bigger laugh too. I don't think we need to kill them. Hang on, let me check. Does anybody have a machete I can borrow? I was reading the other day that Dr. Fauci has released a book about what happened during the pandemic. They actually had a conversation about putting lights up your butt to fight COVID. Yeah. And I wonder to myself, if that had actually been implemented, would we have had the same kind of pushback? Would it have been, my butt, my choice? Yeah. Would there be an exemption for IBS? That poor Walmart worker, would she have to check to make sure everybody was following the rules? But at least we would have use for all those incandescent light bulbs. But seriously, nobody's put anything up my butt other than my doctor and my priest. So this side I heard last. This side I heard a little groan. So religious side's over here. Now I don't know if you know this, but there's a big kerfuffle between the Jews and the Christians. The Jews are a little upset that the Christians stole their book. First half of the Bible is just the Torah. But they don't seem to mind that we stole their guy too. Think, Jesus, do you want to be a carpenter all your life? Do you want to be a superstar? They'll throw the loincloths at you. They'll put you up on a pedestal. Contract does state they can substitute stage, podium, or cross. We have a side deal going with CrossFit, so please try not to get hammered. But we will let them keep the space lasers. Now, I don't know if you know this, but there's an abbreviation for Christmas is Xmas. Some people have a problem with that, but actually, the X comes from the Greek word for Christ, so it is an acceptable abbreviation for Christmas. Which makes me wonder, Jesus healed the sick, and he walked on water. He resurrected. Does that make him the first X-Man? Much better comic than the Veggie Tales, let me tell you. So I've been reading. Some researchers have found there's over 10,000 nerve endings in the clitoris. 10,000 nerve endings. 10,000! And we can't find any of them. But we do find that last nerve. And ladies, they have found that what you eat affects how you taste. I just stopped eating my girlfriend's pussy when she started eating my ass. think I broke her.